bigger. There we go. That's a little better. Talk real quick.
Yo, yo, yo,
Okay.
yo.
Bet.
What's up?
Dang, you moved over to the side a little bit, gang. Yeah, I got you. Damn, decide where the fuck you wanna be, bitch.
Right here.
Guess I can make you a little smaller. My
I'm already small enough. No, thank
relax. Information I do not need right now, gang.
you.
Oh shit. Okay. Let's check the streams real quick. See if they're up. Let's see.
YouTube's good.
The window. Can you see how the audio is? Don't play it though. It's gonna sound bad.
No, it's good. It's good.
Pow, pow, pow. You like this? You hear this?
Okay, let me go throw the kid in the tub.
You hear that meme? That little kid that they gave the laughing gas to, and he started singing.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Look, we look good over here. It's playing. Oh shit. It's been a while since we did this shit, gang.
Hello, everybody.
We're looking good. Okay. I'm happy with that. Let me check our YouTube.
We missed you guys.
Man, Paramount season,
know-
gang.
You know what I don't miss, Devon? The ESPN Plus app.
Yeah, bro. I trust me. I unsubscribed to that shit the fastest I ever did, bro. What's that one fucking ad that comes on YouTube with that one fucking app that like finds all your subscriptions for you? I ain't need that shit.
Oh, the
bro.
Rocket Money.
Yeah, I didn't need
Rocket
Rocket. I didn't
Money.
need Rocket Money for ESPN Plus. I got that shit out of there ASAP. Rocky, bro. Holy.
No, I swear to God, man. Shout out Paramount. No more pay per
Shout out
views,
to Paramount. That and the interface. Oh my god, the interface is so beautiful,
smooth.
bro. So smooth. Like holy fuck. That's what happens.
I
when
can
you
actually
invest.
check my notifications. I can actually check my notifications without closing the stream.
Yeah, for real. No, but hey, we got a lot to talk about. We got UFC 324. Obviously, we haven't talked about it since it happened. Ilya Taporia is gonna have to step away for a little bit to deal with some family issues. So they make the interim title belt for lightweight. Patty and versus Justin Gaethje. They overstep Arman. How do you feel about that? Before we get into our picks, like them overstepping Arman, and just going with Justin and Patty here.
Patty's the bigger star. They want to build Patty into a star. To build him up into a star, you got to feed him names, right? Justin Gaethje's a big name. It's not prime Gaethje, but it's not wash Gaethje yet, right? It's a good matchup for Patty. They know Patty sells. They know Patty's the personality. Armand didn't do himself any favors, especially with the headbutt after the Hooker fight. Like,
Man, that's overblown, bro. Fuck out of here, bro.
it is. No, it is. But also, like,
Connor's done way worse before a fight. John Jones has done
no,
way worse before a fight.
but they're John Jones and Connor.
I
Armand is
mean,
Armand. Armand
trying,
doesn't sell those
I
numbers.
can think of an example of some low tier fighter deals. Bryce Mitchell said some crazy shit before a fight. Like, come on, man. I don't think.
Yeah,
it's
where's
crazy
Bryce
shit.
Mitchell at on the undercards? That's what I'm saying, though.
Yeah.
We're talking about a guy competing for a title. You gotta sell. Patty sells, and Patty says out of pocket stuff. Remember, Patty and Ilya got into in the hotel room a couple years ago because he saying some stuff about Georgia. So, like, I think with Armand, he had the title shot in his hand. I think he fumbled it, and I think for the UFC, it makes sense. It's an easier fight for Patty to fight Gaethje than to fight Armand. You build up a star. They want Patty versus Ilya. That's what they want. That's the biggest fight they want right now. It's gonna sell. The guys are gonna talk trash, and then I don't know if you give Armand another fight. Probably Armand BSD is probably gonna be the next fight. After
Nah,
that.
I think
But
they do.
we'll see.
Armand probably versus the winner of Holloway, Oliveira. 'Cause I think both those guys probably need another win before they get a title shot, and they gotta do the Ilya comeback fight anyway. So I think that's gonna be the matchup they go. But I don't know. I thought Patty. We'll get into our picks later, but I thought Patty would win this easy. But more than I'm thinking about it, it's kind of not gonna be as easy as I think. But we'll see.
Right.
Let's get into this though. Let's go into the early prelims. A lot of big fights. A lot of a lot of stars they're trying to build. So, and then the first fight we got Josh Kokic versus Denzel Freeman. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know who the fuck these guys are. Not gonna lie to you at all. Do not know. It's probably the one fight where I do not know
I-
who the fuck these guys are at all. But Josh Hokett 7-0, Denzel Freeman 7-1. It looks like a heavyweight fight, right? 235.
That did. No, yeah, heavyweight fight.
You know a little bit about these fighters? Let's get into it. 'Cause I
I
don't
have
know
no
shit.
idea, but Denzel Freeman definitely was a firefighter in another life, and his wife is definitely white.
What
Just
the
by
fuck?
looking at him.
Let's see, we can pull up.
Give me Denzel Freeman because Josh Hokett's tattoos piss me off.
Yeah. You're saying Denzel Freeman?
Bro,
I
that
don't know
line,
nothing
bro.
about these guys, bro. Bro,
Devon,
honestly,
what is wrong?
I got Josh Hawkett
Look
because
at
you
the
already
lion.
know what.
Look at the lion, bro. What's wrong with the lion's eyes,
Oh,
bro? On
his
his
tattoos?
chest?
Oh shit. I mean, I don't know, bro. It don't look that bad. It ain't bad as like Thiago Santos or some shit.
No, you're right. You're right. You're
Yeah,
right.
I don't
My
know.
bad.
I don't know
My bad.
anything
My
about these
bad.
fights at all. I'm gonna go with. I don't trust any big black swole guy in the UFC. I'm sorry. This ain't the NFL, baby. I'm gonna go with Josh Hawkett. So I'm gonna go a little bit opposite with
Odie
you.
Osborne, we haven't forgotten. We haven't
And-
forgotten. You still an op to the show.
And next fight, we low-key got a low-key banger. We got Michael Johnson here versus Alexander Hernandez. Lightweight fight. Michael Johnson, we all know, is a vet. A guy who's had, fights against Gaethje, Poirier. And then Alexander Hernandez, a guy who was a prospect in UFC, had a little bit of a downfall. But his last couple wins, he's put on a couple great performances. He's up on the stride. I think his last one against Chase Hooper, right? He knocked out Chase Hooper, hurt Chase Hooper. So,
Yep.
this is going to be a banger
Yeah,
fight
knocked
here.
him
Great
out.
fight for the prelims to get people, amped up for the rest of the card. My pick here, I'm gonna go with Alexander Hernandez here. I think he's on a good stride. I think Michael Johnson is going to be very dangerous for him, especially because he does have holes when he strikes a little bit. But I think Alexander Hernandez, he's going to be able to keep it, pretty even on the feet. A little bit of a detriment to him, but then he's got the grappling. I feel like he's got a little bit of advantage there. He can wrestle up Michael Johnson a bit. So, I got Alexander Hernandez. Good, bro. What happened?
Mike first up.
Your mic's messing
Um,
up.
I got. No, it was. It came apart for a second. I got Alexander Hernandez, man. I mean, I like Michael Johnson. I want to believe Michael Johnson. Everybody knows the famous story. He's the one guy to knock out Kamaru Usman in training, hardest hitting, 155 or whatever. He just every time you think he's getting momentum going, every time you think he's going to be that upside guy, it falls apart. I don't think it's any different now. I think Alexander Hernandez, especially training now with Trevor Whitman and Gaethje and all those guys, man, like he's just getting better and better. I think Alexander Hernandez. Oh gosh.
Oh shit. Sorry, bro. Technical. I didn't have my PC plugged in, bro. Technical error there. Our shit should be running way smoother now. Holy,
This shit was so loud in my
bro.
ears.
Our shit almost
I'm
just
like,
went down, boy. Holy, oh my god, bro. I'm acting like a rookie right now. It's all right. Sorry,
We're rusty. Hey, people, we're coming back.
New
We're
year,
coming
new
back.
me.
It's fine.
New year, new me. You know what the IG
Yes, sir.
model say?
Yeah, give me Alexander Hernandez by knockout, man. We got to start off this Paramount Plus there with bang.
You said by knockout. Okay, I like that pick. Going to the next one.
Michael Jackson's got glass chin.
Okay. Going to the next. Ooh, look at this little graphic they got now.
Banger.
On the website.
Yeah.
Next fight we got
Banger
Alex Perez and Charles Johnson. Alex Perez, a guy staple at flyweight, a guy who's been hovering around the top 5, but now after a couple losses now, he's fighting a guy like Charles Johnson, a guy who's got a KO win over Joshua Van, who's a champion at flyweight. So, Charles Johnson, a very dangerous flyweight to fight. I got Charles Johnson by knockout here. I think Alex Perez. I think some of his confidence is gone, man. He's had a couple tough losses. He already knows that he's not, championship level. Like, he's not going to be able to beat any of those top 5 guys. He's lost to all of them. He's been, destroyed by all those guys. So, he's just a guy I think who will be hovering around the top 15. He'll be like a guy he'll bring a new prospect up against to see if they're ready. So, good fight, but I think Charles Johnson can get the KO here.
Yeah, I think you hit spot on everywhere. I think Alex Perez definitely lost a lot of confidence. You could tell in his fights, he's not the same fighter anymore. I I mean, pandemic, Alex Perez was feeding families on DraftKings, man. Him and Royval. And that's gone, right? I mean, he's lost to Pantoja, lost to Moreno, lost to Royval. Just yeah, give me Charles Johnson. He's streaking, man. He's looking good. Uh, stupidly big for that weight class. He's look kind of like Sean Woodson almost. Like just no sense to how he makes 125 pounds. Um, I like it though. I like Charles Johnson a lot. I think he gets his. He's got to be careful with the striking because Charles Johnson is good at striking from the outside, but he does have a tendency of getting his hands down sometimes, getting cracked. But I'll take Charles Johnson.
Okay.
For sure.
So I think that's gonna be it for the early prelims. Wait, why do they even do prelims and stuff like that now? So they just do a whole card.
Say, yeah. Did they take the Ricky Turcio Cameron Smotherman fight off?
Yeah, they canceled a couple.
It's popping up on mine.
There's been a couple fights canceled. Maybe they add that. Maybe it's just the UFC
Yeah,
website.
probably.
You know how the UFC website's ass. So, maybe you look that up, look that up and make sure it's still there while I go to the next one. So next time we got Nikita Krylov versus Modestas Bukauskas. Bukauskas, I think he's coming off a KO win his last fight, and then Krylov coming off a loss after a long layoff, coming back and then losing. Krylov, you know, a guy who we used to think he would be like, you know, a championship contender at light heavyweight, but you know, after that long layoff and coming back and losing, not looking as good as he used to look. I don't know. I think he still might be better than Bukauskas though. Bukauskas, you know, he's a good, decent, well-rounded fighter, but I think, you know, Krylov, I think he still can get this win. I think he's hungry coming off that loss to come back and make a staple here. I think it'll be a great fight. I think it'll be a decision, but I got Krylov by decision.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Bukauskas, man. I'm gonna believe in the comeback. He's been a monster in my opinion since he's come back. Nikita Krylov is that kind of guy that can pull off like the really flashy submission here and there. But dude, you lost to Anthony Smith.
That's a bad loss. That is a bad loss.
That's bad, bro. I'm sorry. Give me Modestas Bukauskas, man. And also Nikita Krylov just has a really bad tattoo arrangement going on. By the way, the Ricky Turcios Cameron Smotherman fight is on the card as well. Both guys out of Houston. Smotherman 12-6. Really a nothing fight. They're gonna bang though. Like those guys just strike like crazy. Then the fight to open the card is gonna be Fugit versus Ty Miller. Another nothing fight, but yeah, just some housekeeping. It's that Turcios Smotherman fight though. If you're building a parlay on DraftKings, definitely bet all 3 rounds. That thing is gonna be banging and banging. Those guys strike like crazy for sure.
Dang, bro! I just realized I just scrolled down. Look at their website. They got the.
Yeah, dude, they messed it up. Yeah, they did the same thing for me. Yeah, they look the same thing for me. It's dumb.
Yeah, for this first fight, I got Adam Fugit. I'm gonna go Adam Fugit. You know, he's trash, but I don't know about Ty Miller. I think he'll be Ty Miller, and then I'm gonna go with Smotherland to beat Ricky Turcios. Turcios is good though, but very high activity for Turcios, but I think Smotherland is gonna be able to catch him.
No, for sure. Yeah, I'll take Turcios just to go against you. Why not?
Okay. Going into the next fight, we got a middleweight fight against, you know, a guy who I think he's gonna be, you know, the Francis Ngannou middleweight, future championship contender, fucking demon, Atibug Gutier versus Andre Puliov. Giving a little bit of a step up here since his last fight, but still not, you know, super high level guy. I think if he comes out here and gets a fucking crazy knockout KO, I think we give him a top 15 fight, you know, in his next fight. Shoot this guy to the fucking moon, dude. I think this guy is one of the guys in 2026 that by 2027, everybody's going to know his name, hopefully, if he does the right thing. So, I mean, you see that one knockout he had where the dude had him against the cage and he just manhandled him off of him and then just dropped elbows on him. So, guy's a complete fucking monster, freak athlete. I don't know what they're feeding the motherfuckers in Cameroon, man. We need to go test them motherfuckers. But I got Gutier, bro. Vicious knockout.
Yeah, I'm with you. You hit a spot on. Atiba Gutier, man's a guy that I think they got to shoot to the moon. I think he's definitely championship contending material, if not future champion, dude. Obviously, he needs to be tested in a lot of things, but Does he though? Because they try to take him down. They try to strike with him. He's the Grim Reaper, dude. He shows no emotion on his face and just runs through everyone. Um, I think, like I said, it's a good step up. I think Andre Poliev is kind of gonna be a sacrificial lamb here. I mean, yeah, give me a Thibaut Gauthier by knockout. I don't even think he gets out of a round. I'd be shocked if it gets past 3 minutes. Honestly, he's that good, dude. And I think, yeah, you gotta build him up, build him up. If he gets a crazy knockout here, I hate saying it.
That boy's Cam just said, sir. That boy, I already know his computer died, bro. I already know what happened. I already fucking know what happened, bro. This man's computer just died, bro. Slacking, bro. This boy's slacking. Oh my god. God damn, boy, slacking. And he got our fucking screens all messed up now and shit. Oh my god. See, start of the new year. Where the fuck? Oh yeah, I already know what happened. His stuff must have died. He didn't have his shit plugged in. Sheesh. Oh, there he is right there. Coming back. It's loading. God damn, bro. This guy needs to get his shit the fucking together, bro. He's slacking. I got tendonitis in my knee, bro. I can't go to freaking training. I got to deal with this motherfucker. This boomer with his tech fucking issues. Boy, got tech knowledge of a boomer. Let me FaceTime this dude, bro. See what he talking about. What you got going on, bro? Your shit died?
No, it says I can't connect to you.
Just leave the call and rejoin it. Hang you, boomer. God damn. That boy. That's right, bro. It's the first one back. I'm not tripping. Gang, it happens.
Dude, why is this not designed to connect right now? What the hell?
I don't know, bro. Reset it.
I'm buying a PC. I'm not doing this shit no more.
Go to the gaming call.
Look at that.
See, look, bro. You gotta help a boomer out. Help out your local boomer. Your mic's not on.
My apologies.
Oh, there you go. Now it's on.
Hello. My apologies.
Dang, bro. We was flowing too, bro. We jacked up the flow. That's right. I ain't even mad.
I was gonna say Thibaut Gauthier versus Bo Nickel if Thibaut Gauthier wins, but you know what? Fuck me. Fuck me.
Bo Nickel versus Goatee. Bro, he is not accepting that fight. Relax, dude. Don't do that to Bo. Don't do that to Bo, bro. He's not ready for that, bro. What the fuck?
I'm trying to see Bo get knocked out, man. I ain't gonna lie.
Bro, fucking Rainer the Ritter had that boy running, bro. Hell nah. Gautier, you think he's gonna fight Gautier, bro? He's shooting for that leg, bro. Thing about Gautier, bro, this guy's a UAE young UAE Muay Thai champion, you know. So this guy's got fucking he's got head kick knockouts, you know. He's got all kinds of knockouts. It's not just the Francis. I'm going to punch you. It's not like he's not Francis. He's not gonna hit you with a fucking motorbike or some shit, bro. He's got the head kicks. He's got the knees, the elbows. Like this guy's a fucking demon, man.
Wait, you say he's not gonna hit you with what, bro?
Francis be like, I'm going to punch you.
Oh my gosh.
Anyways, bro. Yeah, so I got Gutierrez. I think you had Gutierrez, right? Yeah. 2027 future champion.
Yeah.
You know, might be the only guy that can, you know, pose a physical threat against Hamza in the future. We'll see. Gutierrez versus DDP in the future would be fire or some shit like that. Going to the next fight, we got on the prelims. We got
Why is this
Umar
next fight on
versus
the
Davison
prelim?
Figueiredo on the prelims.
What?
Like, what the fuck? Wait, what is this, bro? Hold on, let me see. What's on the main card? We're gonna put Natalia Silva. I love Natalia Silva and Rose, but we're gonna put that over Umar and Figueiredo on the card. Come on now, are we faded? The fuck kind of shit is that, bro? Am I looking at the same thing, bro? Like,
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. Even Arnold Allen and John Silva over Umar and Davidson's a little disrespectful.
it is disrespectful, but we know that Gene Silva got that pull. And honestly, that Gene Silva Arnold Allen fight, I'm looking forward to that more. But this fight we got Umar coming off the win versus Batista, and then we got Figueiredo coming off the win versus I think he fought Montel Jackson. And that trash ass fight night card. Yeah. I think Montel Jackson won that fight too, in my opinion. But going into this one, no, I don't. No, I didn't. Never mind. That's some faded ass shit. Never mind.
No, you didn't.
Yeah,
What to say?
Umar, you know, Umar's got, you know, showing some holes in some of his fights. You know, he's got the loss versus Marab. You got Batista, you know, dropped him with the kick.
Yeah.
But besides that, you know, a guy who's been pretty flawless. And he's got the very good striking. That's the difference between him and all these other Dagestanis is he likes to strike a lot more, and he's got very good striking, very good kicks, very good taekwondo.
Yeah.
But we got Figueiredo, you know, a guy, future early champion, was a champion down at flyweight, and now up at bantamweight. He's lost against, you know, some of the high-level guys at bantamweight, you know. Like I said about Figueiredo. He loves being the hammer, but when he's the nail, you know, he's not that good. He's not that good at, you know, getting beat up a little bit and taking that. So I think in this fight, I think this is dangerous for Umar. I think this is a lot more dangerous than a lot of the other fights he could have taken. But I do think Umar is going to be able to get the decision here. I don't think he finishes Davison, but I do think he gets a decision here.
No, you're spot on. I agree. Same thing.
This is actually this is going to be a little bit different because I think at bantamweight, I think Figueiredo's been on the back foot a little bit. I feel like in this fight, he's going to be the aggressor. So.
Yeah, no, but I still think Umar gets the decision, man. Umar, like, that wrestling is and Davidson's a good wrestler. Davidson's a good grappler and wrestler, but I think Umar in the Bautista fight had some moments where he kind of looked like Islam for a bit. And then he kind of devolved back to relying too heavily on the striking at moments, right? With Davison, he has to rely heavily on the grappling. And I'm not saying he can't outstrike Davison Figueiredo, but keep in mind, first off, Davison carries a lot of power in the striking, which is why guys avoid striking with him even at bantamweight, right? And second, Davison, his best move when it comes to his grappling is those Muay Thai trips, right? Which happen when you open up in the striking too heavily with him. And we saw in the Bautista fight where Umar can open himself up a bit too much with the striking. We saw it in the Marab fight as well. I think Umar has to go heavily on the grappling and just impose his will. Davison can get tired. We have seen Davison Figueiredo be gassed, right, when he gets worn down. I think if he wears down Davison, good path to victory, right? I got Umar winning, but like you said, dangerous fight, man. Dangerous fight. I think Davison's going to be very game for this fight. And Davison's a big fight guy. When big fights come up, he shows up one way or the other, you know. So we'll see. This is a big test for Umar. He has to win this fight or else we got a uncomfortable conversation about bantamweight and who's next for, you know, next three guys in line for the title type of deal. So.
Damn, I think Jose got a secret admirer in the chat. What the hell? We got QD on the right. What? Man, jawline go crazy. Fuck you talking about? Nah, I was kidding. How about you shave that beard? Let's see how you look without that beard, Jose.
Suck my dick.
What the
Let's
hell?
keep
This nigga
going,
got more
bro.
fans than me out here. Fuck out of here. Going to the next fight. We got the main card. This is the fight. I think this is my second. I think I'm looking forward to this fight second most. After that Nunes pull out, or not the Nunes pull out, the Harrison pull out.
Pause, bro.
Anyways, we got Arnold Allen versus Gene Silva. Arnold Allen off a little bit of a layoff, in the last couple of fights, or in the last year, and then Gene Silva coming off that loss versus Diego Lopez. Somehow got Diego Lopez a title shot, but that's another conversation. I don't know, man. I think this is a good fight for Arnold Allen. I feel like Gene Silva kind of plays into his style, and I think Arnold Allen's been in there with a guy like Max Holloway and it had a competitive rounds. I think I got Arnold Allen in this fight. I don't think he knocks him out. I think it's a decision, but I think this is fight of the night, honestly.
I'm gonna push back on that a little bit because Arnold Allen's been gone for just about 2 years now, and nobody knows why. Again, we'll find out this week.
He had a shoulder injury.
Fighter interviews.
He had a shoulder injury.
Okay, but that's the question now. Okay, so he has a shoulder injury. How bad though that he had to be out for 2 years? And what Arnold Allen are we gonna get back? I'm not saying he can't get back to that level. In fact, I do. I'm an Arnold Allen believer. You know this. We both are, right? We gotta see, man. We gotta see.
Well, I think he wanted to move up to lightweight as well.
Yeah, and Gene Silva had some moments in the Diego Lopez fight, but you could definitely tell Gene Silva still has a lot of work to do if he's going to be a top contender at featherweight, right? I think Arnold, like you said, Gene Silva's style plays into Arnold Allen. I'm just scared that Arnold Allen is going to have a bit of ring rust because Gene Silva is one of those guys that he pushes the pedal to the metal and will take your head off, right? I'm going to take Arnold Allen, though. I think Arnold Allen, dude, he survived Max Holloway. And gave Max one of the most competitive fights in Max's career, right? In terms of guys that Max has beaten. So, yeah, I'll take Arnold Allen. But this is one of those fights. We got to forget,
too, he basically beat Mozart, too. We can't forget that.
Yeah. Yeah, this is one of those fights where it definitely has fight of the night potential. I think it could be. I'm not going to give it outright because I still think Derek Lewis is going to take his pants off at some point. But no, I'm very interested in this fight. And this fight has a lot of ramifications at featherweight. Because if one of these guys gets a crazy knockout, they got to fight with Lerone Murphy lined up or Movzar, right? So a lot of conversations to be had at this fight, right, at featherweight. So we'll see.
Yeah, honestly, now that I'm thinking about it, I think Gene Silva is like the featherweight Figueiredo. Like, I feel like he's gonna be good at being the hammer his whole career, but he's not gonna be good at being the nail. But anyways, going to the next one, we got Natalia Silva versus Thug Rose. Rose Namajunas. Pretty much whoever wins this fight's probably gonna get the title shot against Valentina. And I think Natalia Silva is the next generation. I think she's a champion. I think she's good enough to beat Rose here, and I think she goes on to beat Valentina and becomes champion because her level of Taekwondo, I think, is something that's going to be – I think that's going to be the next evolution of MMA is a lot of people getting way better at kicking and keeping the range and stuff like that because it prevents you from just, the car collisions and all that and getting knocked out and stuff like that. And it's just a very good level of striking. So I got Silva. I think she beats her by decision. I don't think Rose has been the same since she's moved up. I think, old Rose would have gave it a way tougher fight. She's got the knockout threat, but I feel like this Rose is a lot more point fighty. So I think, point fighting Silva is not a good look. So I got Silva.
Never forget that Pat Barry groomed Rose when she was 14 years old, and he's gonna be in her corner.
Right? She don't be having him showing nowhere. He used to be like doing interviews and all that. Like keep that shit on the low now.
Well, listen. First it started with R. Kelly, then Diddy, then a little bit of smoke on Jay-Z. I think Pat Barry knows he's next. And you're absolutely right though about Natalia Silva, definitely future champion. I think, in my opinion. Especially in the perfect time, right, where Valentina is getting up in age. right? She's getting up in age, and I'm not saying Valentina's done yet, but you still want to cultivate those new stars, right? The Manon Farrows, Natalia Silva. Uh, eh, I think Rose, like you said, I mean, let's be honest, she hasn't been the same since that Carla fight, dude. That Carla fight was like, even the Manon Farrow fight, she had couple moments here and there, but you could tell she is way too small for moving up like she did.
Yeah, the
I don't
knockout
know
threat's
why
not
she
there no
moved up.
more.
No, the knockout threat's not there no more. She gets dominated in grappling exchanges because she's so much smaller than everyone, where she can defend, but then it gasses her out. I got Natalia Silva. I don't think she knocks her out because it's Thug Rose. I mean, dude, the day Thug Rose gets knocked out, like again, not the head drop, like a real knockout. I think it's the day she's got to retire. But yeah, I got Natalia Silva. I get why they put it on the main card, but like,
Yeah, I mean, Rose was preparing for Grasso, and fucking Silva starched Grasso 5-0, like 5-0 zilch, like
yeah, we
destroyed
need
her.
we need to have a conversation now that you bring Alexa Grasso, because that's another one where like, was Alexa Grasso really, other than the Shevchenko fight, was she really that good?
Nah, not really. But
And that's why like Natalia Silva's coming up, and it's like, listen, they're kicking out the old now. That's the way the UFC's doing it. They're trying to get the new blood in. They're gonna shoot Natalia Silva to the moon, right? I'm not saying Shevchenko can't beat her, but
yeah,
still.
I just that
And I think Thug Rose.
her only hole is
This
getting
reminds me
taken
of
down.
this reminds me of like Patty Gaethje, right? You want to feed these new stars names. Thug Rose is a name. I think Natalia Silva, even though it's a short notice thing, I think Natalia Silva runs. I don't think she knocks her out, but she's gonna run through Rose in my opinion. But I don't know. We'll see. Maybe Rose knocks her out and starts crying, and everybody cheers and has a happy moment as Pat Barry picks her up on his shoulders.
Yeah.
Shout out you, Pat. You're an absolute creep. I was so happy the day Czech Congo knocked you out, you pedophile. Anyway.
What the fuck? This nigga just crashed out. okay. I'll say randomly crashing out here. Anyways, going to the next one. We got
Pat with Odie Osborne in terms of ops of the show. We're adding you to the list, brother. Anyway, continue. Sorry.
next one. We got Waldo Cortez Acosta, the pirate. You know what I'm saying? The one that's making Tom Aspinall look terrible out here.
Me no black, me Dominican. Me no black. No, me Dominican.
Versus, staple knockout artist in the UFC, Derek Lewis, the guy with the most knockouts in UFC.
The hottest balls in the UFC, Paul.
I hate to say this. I'm running the Acosta train. I like Acosta. I feel like I need Acosta to be one of these top tier heavyweights and compete because he's the only one that's athletic out here. He's only one of these heavyweights that fucking moves around and actually looks fucking like an athlete. So I'm going to go with Acosta. But this is a typical Derek Lewis, fucking gatekeep a guy, and catch him slipping type of fight. People are gassing him up because he's been looking like he's in shape lately. But I don't know. I feel like Acosta's that guy, man. He knocked out Delijah, after getting eye poked. So, and I think Delijah or Leo, whatever how you pronounce his name, I think he was going to be a top contender too. I think he still will be. He just got, went against another guy who's going to be a top guy. So I'm riding the Acosta train here. I think, he can get that 6 fights in 12 months, so that's crazy too for a heavyweight be that active. So I got Acosta. KO.
Listen, my man has 9 kids, wears tight jeans, and smokes hookah. Give me Waldo Cortez Acosta. Mi domi, que Dios te bendiga, papá. Ya tú sabes, loco. Give me Waldo Cortez Acosta. And that's nothing against Derek Lewis. I like Derek Lewis. And I want to see Derek Lewis have a moment where he says, I'm going to go down to my wife tonight. I want to see all that. I love it. But Waldo Cortez Acosta is the truth. You know when I knew this? The Sergey Pavlovich fight. Where Sergey fought a great fight and Cortez Acosta was game until the very end. And he's only getting better and better. And you see it. And he knows he has to. My man has 9 kids. 9 kids ain't cheap, especially when you send him money back to DR. So, like, bless up. My boy's about to run through Derek Lewis. And I love it. He's buying into the eye patch thing. He's becoming a star. He's bringing in the Latin crowd as well. So Yeah, give me Waldo Cortez Acosta, man. I believe in him. And I think Derek Lewis is the perfect gatekeep fight for him because everybody knows he could end up looking like Curtis Blades, right? And that is there. But if he overcomes this, dude, look at the guys that have beaten Derek Lewis and what happens after they beat him, right?
Besides
That's why
Sergey.
this is so important. Yeah, well, yeah, Sergey's got fraud checked by a couple people
Besides
already.
Sergey and Tai Tuivasa.
Yeah. Which, by the way, Tai Tuivasa has abs now. Ladies and gentlemen, Tai Tuivasa in the year of our Lord
I don't
2026
believe
has
it.
abs.
I don't believe it.
Bro, I guess he like lost a bunch of weight and got in shape and has abs now or whatever.
Ozempic.
And I love it. Probably on the Ozempic, and I love it because he did all that just to get knocked out by like Parker Porter or something in a couple months. But anyway,
Hell no, not Parker Porter. Hell no.
bro, sloppy big boy heavyweight fighting, man. That's what we signed up for. No, but I think Waldo Cortez Acosta said, listen, heavyweight is the thinnest, most trash division in all mixed martial arts. Not just UFC. Even the PFL has 0 at heavyweight. Because not even Francis. They don't got Francis. He's out of contract, right? So I think Waldo's the perfect guy they're going to build up. They need to build up a star. Tom Aspinall, we don't know if he's going to fight ever again. That's just a real thing. Dude, Waldo wins. Give me Cyril Gane, Waldo Cortez Costa, interim heavyweight title. Sergey, I don't care. I don't care. Go fight Volkov. Go put the fight in Ukraine for all I care. I don't care. Waldo Cortez Acosta, shoot him to the moon. You're shooting for that Latin American market, boom, that's your guy. And he's a heavyweight star who wins, who has fun with the fans, all this whatever. Perfect time,
Hell
especially
no.
with Tom being injured.
He's not getting no title shot off of being Derek Lewis, bro. I'm
No,
sorry.
I'm backing my boy. Ya tú sabes, mi tiguerazo. Ya
No,
tú sabes,
no,
loco.
no
Yo estoy
C,
contigo,
no
yo.
C, no C. No. He's
Hey,
not
papi,
gonna
mi no black. Mi no black. Mi Dominican. Mi no black.
Right, he's not getting a title shot for being Derek Lewis. They need to do the Alex. If Tom Aspinall never fights, they need to do Alex Pereira versus Cyril Gane. For interim.
Oh, God. You really want Cyril Gane to die.
I don't know. That'd be a tough one for. Cyril Gane's a big guy, man. But anyways,
Yeah, he also has like a sun tattoo on his chest, bro.
it's the power of the gods.
He needs a dentist. That's what he needs, bro. Anyway.
Going to the next one, we got Sean O'Malley making his return off of his 2 title shot losses against Marab versus Song Yudong, a guy who's coming off that win versus Henry Cejudo, but I wouldn't really count that win. We all know how that went. It was just eye poking, and honestly, Cejudo looked good until that point. But anyways, that's another point. Good matchup here. I think this is kind of a layup for O'Malley in terms of styles. Obviously, I think Song could bring in some of the wrestling. I mean, he's training under Uriah Faber. I think for Uriah Faber, one of the guys knows how to get guys to mix it up. A guy who's been training, Whaley, stuff like that. So Whaley, when she's had a really good striker, she's won fights, by dominating on the ground and stuff like that. So I do think the wrestling, there's a mismatch here, but I don't know. I think O'Malley will be able to. I don't think Yudong's wrestling is that good to where he's going to be able to hold him down for 2 rounds. I think he'll get a round winning the grappling, but I think O'Malley will be able to get 2 of those rounds standing, moving, being on the outside and stuff like that. So I think I got O'Malley here.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what version of Sean O'Malley we get. Song Yudong, talented, but very frustratingly inconsistent. He'll look good, then he'll pull a Cheeto Vera and start slow, and then disappear in fights. It's frustrating because Song has been hyped up. I mean, gosh, it's been 5-6 years now because he popped up during COVID, and we're just like, oh my gosh, this guy looks like he could go to the moon, and then yeah, a little longer, yeah. But dude, first off, Song Yudong has to win this fight, and so does Sean. You're in a spot where both guys have to win this fight, because they don't, one of them is going to be rematching Cheeto Vera. That's not a spot you want to be at in 2026. I think he's going to come back motivated. I'm liking what I'm seeing, what I'm hearing from Sean O'Malley. You're getting a lot more of a humble, more genuine Sean O'Malley, who has admitted he put on an act. He let the UFC kind of make him a puppet of a star that they want to build rather than grabbing who he was and cultivating that. And he's talented. Dude, Sean is so talented. I think what happened is the pressure got to Sean. And I'm not discrediting Marab. Marab did what he had to do. Marab beat him because Marab is Marab. But I think also Sean also beat himself in a lot of ways, man. The pressure got to him. You could tell in that last Marab fight, his head was not there at all in that fight. And so I think a Song Yadong fight is good. Song's going to keep it competitive. I don't think he knocks out Song because Song is tough as nails. But if he does, oh gosh, right? So I think I got Sean O'Malley. I got Sean O'Malley winning this, and I think, hey, Corey Sandhagen coming off the loss to Marab, Corey versus Sean O'Malley. I've been begging for that fight for forever. So, but we'll see. I think Sean comes back motivated.
Let's be honest. If he wins this, they're gonna try to give him the rematch versus Peter Yan. Let's be honest. I think he should fight Corey at the White House, but you already know what they're gonna do.
Did they skip Umar?
Yeah, they definitely skip Umar for O'Malley. Yeah, they definitely do because Umar's still he's gonna have to do Ramadan. He's gonna have to Ramadan it up anyway. The fuck,
bro. Dana's gonna have 40 Dagestanis at his office.
For real,
shaking my head.
The only thing I will say about O'Malley, I feel like the approach from Marab was a little terrible. Like fighting going backwards in that distance. I feel like to stop a guy from wrestling you up, you should be going forward and making him go backwards. So I feel like if someone comes out super heavy with the wrestling, you switch it up and you start going forward a little bit more. But just my take. I might not know what the fuck I'm talking about. We'll see. Going to the next fight, we got the interim lightweight title bout: Paddy Pimblett versus Justin Gaethje. The winner is gonna wait for Ilya to come back and fight them. Gaethje, legend, most bonuses probably in UFC history. He's probably the most exciting fighter, or one of the most exciting fighters in UFC history. Obviously he's been less exciting as of late, but the track record stands for itself. And then Paddy Pimblett, young star, the UFC here is trying to make the biggest fight possible. They're trying to make Paddy versus Ilya, which I think is the biggest fight they got on the roster right now. That's actually viable and makes sense. But Gaethje's trying to put a thorn in that, so we'll see. Initially I had Paddy winning easily. I feel like this is very similar to Chandler matchup, but now that I'm thinking about it a lot more, I think Gaethje, he could hurt his leg a lot more. And if he fights like how he fought Tony Ferguson, wrestling him up and then doing some ground and pounding, I feel like Paddy would be a little too comfortable, letting him get in his guard and trying to jiu-jitsu it up, and then he is gonna end up getting ground and pounded up a little bit. But I don't know. I think Paddy's still too big, man. He's big. He's gonna be at distance. He's gonna have a Taekwondo heavy style. Them kicks. He's gonna be blasting head kicks to Gaethje. He's probably gonna be eating Gaethje's leg up a little bit. And I think I got Paddy still winning, man. He's a big lightweight, and he's got a lot of skills, and I feel like he still could get a submission as well. So I got Paddy.
Well, first off, shout out to Ilya Taporia showing that fathers do matter, and shout out to the judge for showing that fathers can still win in court, even in Spain. So prayers up to our boy Ilya, because that's dirty. That's dirty. And again, alleged, whatever. Still, I hope Ilya comes back, gets that all figured out, gets to spend time with his kids, all that, because that's nasty work what's happening to him. Back to this fight, though. Justin Gaethje, basically, if Justin Gaethje loses, he's basically all but said, and so is Trevor Whitman, that Gaethje's basically done. He said if he gets knocked out, he's definitely done. And I think it makes sense. I mean, dude, he's 37 now. He's at that point in the road, but he still has some pop in there. He still fights relatively smart. I mean, even the Max Holloway fight, the reason he struggled so much in that fight is because that spinning back kick from Max broke his nose at the end of round one. But other than that, Justin fights pretty smart. All right, it's not an easy fight for Paddy. In fact, I think it's a good challenge, especially coming up from fighting Michael Chandler of all people. No respect, Iron Mike, but you're literally just like a ball of muscle with no fight IQ at this point. Whereas Gaethje is a bit more of a challenge to Paddy, especially in the areas where I have a lot of questions about Paddy that I haven't seen Paddy be challenged in nay the Jared Gordon fight, which a lot of us think that he lost that fight, right? I wouldn't say a lot of us, say everybody with a brain would think that he lost a Jared Gordon fight. The leg kicks. I think Gaethje does a great job negating people's leg kicks, but also chewing up people's legs, right? And also he eats them. Dude, look at the Fiziev fight, right? Like Gaethje is good at that. Gaethje also is good at just going forward. I haven't seen the power yet from Patty in the UFC to be able to say this guy can knock out Gaethje. I'm not saying he can't, but this is where I give Patty credit: the speed, the IQ that Patty has in managing distance, the IQ he has in his grappling, and we know that Gaethje has insane takedown defense. If Patty Pimblett wants to make a statement, he's got to take down Justin Gaethje, because if he does that, oh man, that's a whole different conversation we have, right? Now, if Justin wins, I'm not really looking forward to that Ilya fight because it's gonna be like a dog getting put down. We all know Ilya's gonna knock him out. It's unfortunate. I think if Patty wins, though,
Based.
different conversation. It's a different conversation. You got the beef that they had in the hotel, right, a couple years ago. You got a guy who is bigger than Ilya. Not saying Charles wasn't, but also he can eat a punch at 155. Now we have a question. Can Ilya knock out a guy that isn't Do Bronx, who's been in like 50-something fights and is like 35 at 155? And there's a lot of variables. Let's say Patty then wins, beats Ilya. Then you got so many questions. This is a great fight. And I think it's a good way to start the Paramount era. It gets the new fans involved. You got a bunch of new stars on this card. You got Patty. You got Natalia Silva. You got Tiba Gautier. There's a lot of people on this card. I think Umar, where the UFC, not Dana, because Dana on the press tours has been so checked out. Dana White does not run the UFC anymore. The man literally reads off a card when he's announcing fights. So shout out Mick Maynard, Sean Shelby, and Hunter Campbell. They're the ones that run the UFC now, and Ari Emanuel. Okay, those are the ones that run the UFC. Because, dude, the way they set this up, absolutely perfect. I think also, is there going to be some difficulties maybe with the technical stuff? Listen, it's the first card. I'm going to give him some grace. It takes a minute. But, man, we don't got to pay for pay-per-views now, Devon. We're getting some stars built up. We're getting stars built up in markets that, geez, they're not just Brazilians and Russians anymore. Like, we're getting some stars like UK stars, Cameroon. Like, you know, I love it. This is good. I'm excited, man. I'm excited to see what happens. And, yeah, let's get this going, man. About damn time. ESPN, please never come back to MMA. You left MMA alone for almost 30 years and then did absolutely nothing in the 6 years that you had it. Good riddance, bro.
Honestly, I'm actually kind of glad that we won't have to see Stephen A. Smith talk about the UFC.
Bro.
That shit used to be fucking horrid, bro. Oh my god.
Conor
McGregor.
Wait,
Conor
Ariel
McGregor.
Helwani?
What?
Ariel Helwani just got he just got sunned by Max Holloway. So he had Jorge Masvidal and said, Jorge, how do you feel about Max Holloway calling the BMF title a joke of a title? And Jorge was like, he gave a real political answer, no shit talking. Max Holloway just tweeted out to Ariel saying, you're the one that called it a joke. Stop starting shit. You're 43 years old, Ariel.
Honestly, I'm almost 30
Hold
years old. I'm
that.
about to start being on my Ariel shit. I'm about to be on my Oive shit. Start starting some shit. I don't know.
You need a bigger nose for that. Anyway,
I think that's gonna do it for our picks and predictions for UFC 324. We got some big fight announcements that were made. You know, we got the Adesanya Joe Pyfer, that's crazy.
Mhm.
That matchup was crazy. I thought they were gonna go with Costa, Adesanya 2, or Strickland, but nope, they go with Joe Pyfer. So it shows how they're trying to target this new Paramount deal. They're trying to give these young stars, you know, all their shots, you know, to take over. So, what other fights were announced that were big? We got the
Strickland Fluffy.
Strickland Fluffy. We got Volk versus Lopez 2. And hopefully they can get this Kayla and Amanda, you know, remake here sometime, you know, this first half of the year. So I doubt it though. With that neck injury, you're probably gonna be out for 8 months. Damn, that's probably crazy. We probably won't see that fight till the end of the year. Damn.
Yeah, which begs the question, What are they gonna do with Amanda?
Man,
I'd say throw an interim title
that's what
on
I'm
her,
saying,
bro.
bro. They
Give
should have
her
gave my
Tuna
girl
fight.
Norma Dumont a chance, bro. I'm trying to see that booty shake. I'm trolling, bro. That's how the motherfuckers on Twitter be, bro. They be fiending over Norma.
Listen. You know who they need to bring back? Especially now that Dana's out of the
Cyborg?
picture. I need the real business. Because, bro, she's been running through the PFL.
Oh, they need
And
to
she
bring
beat some
Dakota.
names.
Dakota.
Yes, bring Dakota and Cyborg. But I want to see Cyborg Nunes too for an interim title.
Okay.
Just saying.
I say,
Especially now, listen, PFL's going through their own crap. So come on over. We'll pay you.
I say Valentina beats Natalia Silva. Dakota instant title shot. Sign her and give her an instant title shot.
Actually, you know what? She defended against Zhang Weili, and we remember that I thought she beat Amanda the last fight. Give me Valentina versus Amanda for the interim title.
Yeah, well, yeah, that honestly, yeah. Why didn't they even throw that out? Why didn't they have Valentina come up and fill out and fight Amanda in the interim? That would have been banging.
Bro.
Valentina must have said no.
And they still could do it.
They threw it out there. I bet Valentina said no.
I think Valentina didn't want a short notice, and it makes sense. It makes
you
sense.
go from fighting a small ass Weili to a big ass Amanda. That would be
yeah. And Amanda was a handful for her, but I thought she beat her the last fight they fought. Which, by the way, shout out Juliana Pena and all these, I don't want to say clowns, fighters still at 135 that feel that they have a claim to fight Amanda and fill in. Like, stop. Listen, the less I see of Juliana Pena, the better my life is. she's literally, and listen, she's my Venezuelan sister, bless her heart, but she's literally like the female Bilal Muhammad when it comes to speaking into a microphone and fighting.
I mean, they train together, so it makes sense. That gym must be fucking horrid. Holy fuck.
Bro, I mean, it's
like you hate yourself until you run into Ignacio Bahamondes. You're like, oh, okay, there's somebody I like.
I mean, did you hear Brendan Allen's Joe Rogan interview, man?
Oh my god.
That gym is full of characters, brother.
No, I don't fucking. I'm not listening to Brendan Allen talk about anything. I'm sorry, bro. No offense, I like you as a fighter, decent fighter. I'm not watching you talk about anything, sir. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Oh, that's one thing I do want to tell the fans as we finish up this video. One thing to watch out for going into this new year. Gable Stevenson will be your heavyweight champion in the next 1 to 3 years.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Mark my words.
Unless Tom Aspinall can get his shit together, or we bring Francis back.
Yeah, which Tom Aspinall, listen, I get he had to get surgeries, this, that, whatever. Listen, good on the refs. John McCarthy, all the refs met on whatever. He called the refs out. The refs now said they are not going to determine intentionality versus non-intentionality, just foul or no foul, which is good. It's like in the NBA. If I foul you, I'm not trying to check if it was intentional or not. I'm just calling a foul. So hopefully the eye poke situation gets figured out here because Jesus Christ above, what a mess it was last year.
Holy shit.
But no, Tom Aspinall, I don't know where he's at with the surgeries or whatever. So we'll see what happens. Listen, people, 2026, it's a new year. I think Dana's going to be gone by the end of the year. That's my bold prediction as well. Paramount's here. Mark Shapiro's here. Ari Emanuel's here. Hunter Campbell, Mick Maynard, Sean Shelby. Take my money. A lot less than what ESPN was taking. Dana, enjoy Zuffa Boxing, which, by the way, Zuffa Boxing debuts this weekend. Did you know? No, because they're doing it in the Apex with nobodies, with Cal Walsh on there.
It's called the Meta Packs. Get it right.
Oh yeah, sorry, we gotta call it the Meta Packs now. Yeah, which, my God, bro. So yeah, Zuffa Boxing's coming up now. People, they just signed one of the top cruiserweights in the world. I don't know why, because they don't have like any fighters rostered. But the more Dana does that and Power Slap, probably better fights we're going to have anyway. So,
hey, glove talk for you.
Glove talk. Derek Lewis.